Right now, in the middle of 2026, the action camera world is holding its breath for the next chapter. The Osmo Action 6 already raised the bar with its variable aperture and square sensor design. And somewhere in DJI's pipeline, quietly taking shape, is the Osmo Action 7. It's not here yet. Nothing is confirmed. But after watching this series show up reliably, year after year, refining without ever losing its identity, it genuinely does feel like it's about time. Let's talk about what's coming. Let's start with the foundation. Timing patterns don't lie, and DJI's Action series has one of the most consistent release rhythms in the entire camera industry. Look at the lineage. Action in 2019, Action 2 in 2021, Action 3 in late 2022, Action 4 in mid-2023, Action 5 Pro in September 2024, and Action 6 landing in November 2025. That's a company that treats its annual refresh like a heartbeat. Steady, predictable, trustworthy. Following that exact rhythm, the Osmo Action 7 is expected to land roughly 12 to 14 months after the Action 6, placing it squarely in the October to November 2026 window. Now here's where it gets genuinely interesting. Unlike previous generations, the leaked direction for the Action 7 isn't about a dramatically bigger sensor. It's about something more sophisticated: efficiency. The most consistent rumors point toward a faster sensor readout, smarter thermal management, and AI-assisted imaging decisions baked directly into the capture pipeline, the camera making smart exposure and stabilization choices before you even realize you needed them. On video, two competing rumors are circulating. One camp expects a refined 8K recording with significantly better frame efficiency than the Action 6 could manage. The other camp, and arguably the more exciting one, expects DJI Osmo to chase an entirely different number: 4K, recording somewhere between 200 and 240 frames per second. For anyone shooting extreme sports, water sports, or anything where a single frozen frame tells the whole story, that kind of ultra-slow motion capability would be a far more practical upgrade than chasing resolution for its own sake. Stabilization is expected to evolve too, with whispers of a refined, rock-steady system, possibly version 4.0, alongside improved horizon leveling and subject tracking that builds on what already made the Action 6 genuinely excellent. Battery expectations are refreshingly grounded. Instead of a flashy capacity jump, DJI appears to be focused on runtime efficiency, getting closer to 5 hours of usable recording time in optimized modes, rather than simply strapping on a bigger cell. It's a quieter kind of innovation, but for anyone who's watched a battery percentage drop mid-adventure, it's the upgrade that actually matters. This isn't a revolution, it's a camera being sharpened, not reinvented. And honestly, after a category-defining Action 6, that's exactly the right move. Here's why the timing of Action 7 matters more than any single spec. GoPro remains the name most people still associate with action cameras by default, and the Hero 14 Black, rumored for a September 2026's launch, will lean on what GoPro does best: consistent color science and an ecosystem people trust. But there's a real undercurrent of concern around GoPro right now. Industry analysis throughout 2026 has repeatedly flagged mounting financial pressure and slowing innovation, raising genuine questions about how competitive the brand can remain over the next several product cycles. GoPro built this category. Whether it can keep leading is no longer a guaranteed yes. Insta360, meanwhile, is doing the opposite of playing it safe. The Ace Pro 3, expected to land in the same general window with Leica-tuned optics and aggressive AI integration, is positioning itself in the premium $600 range, pushing hard into territory that blurs the line between action camera and creative AI tool. Insta360 isn't trying to out GoPro. They're trying to make the entire category feel different, and that leaves DJI in a genuinely interesting position. Rather than chasing GoPro's legacy trust or Insta360's experimental AI ambitions, the Action 7 looks like it's aiming for something more balanced, refining proven stabilization and tracking systems, rather than gambling on flashy new gimmicks. DJI's broader 2026 roadmap tells the same story. A Pocket 4 and Pocket 4 Pro overhaul, an Osmo 362, new avatar and Lito drones, an entire ecosystem being refined simultaneously, with the Action 7 as one careful piece of a much larger, very deliberate puzzle. DJI is widely expected to time the Action 7's reveal strategically, landing after both GoPro and Insta360 have made their moves, giving DJI the advantage of reacting rather than guessing, right as the holiday shopping season begins. So let's talk numbers, because this is where DJI's strategy becomes crystal clear. Current rumored pricing puts the Action 7's standard combo between $349 and $429, closely mirroring the Action 6's launch price. That's a deliberate choice. DJI isn't trying to chase Insta360 into premium territory. They're holding the line on accessibility while improving what's under the hood. Higher-end bundles or a potential Pro variant down the line could stretch toward $579, giving DJI room to capture both budget-conscious creators and those willing to pay more for the full feature set. As for timing, everything points toward an October to November 2026 announcement, consistent with the established annual rhythm and positioned to land strategically after the GoPro Hero 14 Black and Insta360 Ace Pro 3 have already shown their hands. That's not DJI playing it slow, that's DJI playing it smart, letting two competitors reveal their strategy first, then landing with maximum competitive clarity right as holiday buying season kicks into gear. One more thing worth noting for American viewers: DJI's broader regulatory situation in the US, stemming from its position on the FCC's covered list, continues to complicate availability for several of its 2026 products. While Action 7 hasn't been specifically flagged in current reporting, the pattern across DJI's other 2026 releases means US buyers should watch this space closely as the announcement approaches. Some cameras chase headlines. The DJI Action series chases reliability, and somehow that's exactly what's made it so beloved. Action 7 isn't shaping up to be a reinvention, it's shaping up to be a refinement. Smarter thermal management, more efficient battery life, smoother frame rates, and stabilization that just keeps getting better at doing the one thing you actually need it to do: disappear, so your moment can take center stage. In a market where GoPro is fighting to hold its footing and Insta360 is sprinting toward every new AI trend, DJI's quieter, more deliberate approach might end up being the smartest move of 2026. Not the loudest camera in the room, just the one that's there, dependably, every single time you need it. October or November will tell us if the rumors hold true. But honestly, after watching this series show up year after year, getting just a little bit better each time, it really is about time. Subscribe so you're the first to know the moment DJI makes this official. Thanks for watching.